Hey guys, and welcome back to your one room schoolhouse. If this is your first time here, my name is Mary Barfield and I am homeschooling mama to a rising first grader and third grader. And over the last month or so, I've been slowly kind of accumulating a bunch of things that we need for this upcoming school year, which is the school year 2025 to 2026. Some of it is like things, I guess, I don't know how else to say that. And other stuff is books or notebooks or specifically kind of workbook thingies. And I thought I would share it with you now that I feel like I've accumulated quite the haul for you guys. I feel like we are ready to do our new school year back to school haul. I know that sounds crazy because it's only June, but since we started school mid to late July, we are it's that time of year, right? We're coming up on it. So good time to share all of this with you. So to start off, I thought I would start sharing the things with you guys that I have accumulated. Some of it I got from Amazon, Walmart, Michael's I think is in here, and I think that's it. Those are the only three places I shopped. And then after that, I will share with you guys the stack of books that I've gotten. Some of it is from thrift stores, some of it's from Etsy, some of it's from Amazon, all the good places. So I'll link everything down below that I can for you guys if you're interested in finding it. So without further ado, let's get into the things that I got. All right, so every beginning of school year, we can't start off a new school year without construction paper. Now, I don't know why I keep doing this myself because the last 2 years have proven that I need two of these 240 packs, but I only buy one at the beginning of the year for the last 2 years. And then about halfway through, right after Christmas, I go ahead and buy another one, and that gets us through the second half of the school year. I don't know why I just don't buy it in bulk. It'd probably be cheaper, but I got a 240 pack of construction paper, and the girls do all sorts of crazy fun things with this, arts and crafts, as well as things that we do throughout the school year with our projects, with our curriculum. Next, I'm gonna share some nature study items with you, and I'm so excited about this, y'all. So we are doing a bird study this upcoming year with the Burgess Bird Animal Book alongside the Simple Studies Nature Study. And I went ahead and got this awesome little field guide. It's for North Carolina birds. My girls are obsessed with birds right now. And this is seriously the best one that I have ever seen. It even gives you a little map, a zonal map of where things are, viewing stations, stuff like that. But they've got like a bunch of these little pamphlets. It's like a laminated plastic type material, so it's durable. It's also super lightweight, which will be perfect to throw in our backpack and, when we're out on the trail and easily pull it out. It's just a quick guide to figure out what are we looking at. And this will also be great when we're at home because we constantly have birds flying around our house, and my girls are like, what is that? I'm like, you know what? I don't know. We need to get one of these guides. They also have guides from the same company that have North Carolina wildlife. I think they have other states. I obviously just looked for North Carolina because that's where we live. They have flora and fauna, so like plants and trees. They also have one that is, I think, about bees and other pollinators and such. So I might get all of them, frankly, in the series because this one is just so good. And the illustrations are really good too. You can really tell what's what. So I'm very excited about this for our nature study. So my daughters have these cute little binoculars that are like toy binoculars for kids, but they magnify what they're looking at and they do the job. But I wanted to get a pair of some myself, and these are really good quality, and I think they're only $20, and they're solid, y'all. It comes in a pack like this. I mean, they are really nice. They magnify into, I'm not really sure, what does it say? I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. It is wide angle though, just so you know, in case you were wondering. But they do the trick. So I got myself a pair, and I figured the girls can also use these when we're on the trail if their toy binoculars are not really, cutting it, so they can see what's far off when we're looking at birds. Next, I wanted to get into some arts and crafts stuff that we got. This is not necessarily arts and crafts, but this is for me. I got my friction writing pens. I use these for my planner so I can erase things because we always move things around, of course. It's just the nature of homeschooling. I also got a pack. I forgot I put them in my pencil case. I'll list a picture right here for you guys. And I'm really excited about these. I'm going to be using these to color code my planner for next year. They are also erasable. It's the same company, but it's colorful pens. And so I got a set of those. I've already started using them, hence why they're in my pencil case right now and not easily accessible. And then on top of that, I got the girls another set. I always get them one of these sets every year and it pretty much lasts them the entire year. It's the Amazon Basics Premium Colored Pencils. It's still got the tape on it, y'all. And these I liken to the same quality as, are they the Prismacolor ones? I just went and got my set of Prismacolors. Yes, it's the Prismacolor. These are like the really nice fancy ones, but they're super expensive. These are literally the value brand version of those, and they are so worth it. They color beautifully, they blend beautifully, and I get the 24 pack because frankly that's probably enough colors for my kids, otherwise they would become indecisive. But like this is like a 10 case. It's really nice, y'all. So that's all the colors that come in the 24 pack, and the girls can share those. They also each individually have their own set of erasable Crayola color pencils just for like individual projects, but these we keep on our table in a little container that they can use when we're doing projects together. To go with those colored pencils, I got another pack of these sketchbooks. They're tinier. They are 5.5 by 8.5, and there's 100 sheets in each of the sketchbooks. There's 2 of them. Sorry for the glare, guys. And I got the girls a set of these for this school year, and they loved it. We're going to be using this for all of our art studies. Honestly, they just use them even just for non-homeschool stuff because they just like to draw and sketch, and they're the perfect size for them because they're obviously smaller. But so I got each of the girls a new sketchbook for this school year. We also got another pack, and I put these in my own Ziploc. I got another pack of the peg dolls because my girls love decorating these. They use them for projects, but for school, but they also just like using them like in their make-believe and stuff. And the girls picked out this specific set because it has all like the standard shaped peg dolls, but they've also got these little like mummy looking ones is what they call them. They call them mummies. They're like, Mommy, look, that looks like a wrapped mummy. And so they've made mummies out of them, of course, but I'm not sure what else you would do with them. I don't know. Get creative, but we got some more peg dolls because they are a huge hit in our schoolroom. And then on top of that, we also, because we cannot live without them, we got more pencils. We are big fans of the Ticonderoga. I think that's how you say it, Ticonderoga. I don't know. I've tried other pencils. I've tried Dollar Tree pencils. I've tried other brands. They do not hold a candle to these guys. I know it's like, I never thought I'd be a pencil snob, but these really are worth the, like, I don't know, they're not even that much more expensive, frankly. They're worth it. Get these if you're looking for a good pencil that's not going to snap on you and the lead's not going to break every 2 seconds. So these are the way to go. The next thing I'm going to show you guys, I am super, super duper excited about, y'all. Okay, so we use the McGuffey readers. If you've been following my channel, you know that. And they have these beautiful prints in them that are from the 1800s. They're like, you know, you print on it, but they're really tiny detail. And we do a little art study each lesson, which with each of the art pictures for the lesson. Well, the girls were kind of using their little magnifying glasses they had, but it wasn't really doing the trick. So I found this. This was like less than $10. It's like a paperweight. It's about the size of my hand, and it's a glass paperweight that also magnifies. So here, I'm going to use the spelling book. Like, do you see how much better that detail? And then if you pull it out, you really see it. So the girls, this sits on our table in our center of our table, and they pull it out whenever we're doing our McGuffey art study. But then I also can see so many other practical applications to this when we're doing other things for school. So I was really pumped to find this. It's really solid, good material, good weight, and it really does a great job of magnifying for the girls so they can do a better art study for me. Okay, I cannot remember whose channel, and it might have been Landed Cack, Laurel. I needed to upgrade our whiteboard situation. We have one whiteboard that is limping along. It's made it the last 2 years, and it's the only one we have for our homeschool. So I think she's the one who recommended these. I'm going to give her the credit. If it wasn't her, I apologize. But I got a 2-pack. So there's 2 whiteboards in here, and they each have their own. We've got plenty of dry erase markers, so that's not a big deal, but it was nice that they came with them, and they have their own individual, like, bigger erasers, not just like an eraser on the end of a pen. And I like these specifically because they fit perfectly. Y'all, this is what I'm most excited to share with you guys. These fit perfectly inside of these totes. So I'm sure if you've been watching any type of homeschooling videos, you've seen these totes before. My neighbor was like, Mary, these totes are on sale at Michael's. I think I'm gonna go get some. Do you want me to pick you up too? I was like, yes, please. So these are the totes that they have the locking lid, and then they've got the trays inside. We opted for the blue color, and then you just have your regular tote, which you can put your curriculum in. So the way that we are utilizing these is each of my girls has one. I have another one down below. And each of them is going to use this only for their core curriculum. So this is math, language arts, and maybe like a random elective that they're doing on their own. And the reason that I like this is that, one, when I'm like, hey, Anne-Marie, I want to work with you on your independent subjects, she can just grab this and come to the table, and it has everything we need in it. We're not rushing about trying to find random things and pull stuff. It really makes it so much easier to have this all in one. Two, we sometimes just want to get out of the house. Like, say we want to go to the library, right? Or we want to go to a picnic at the park. I'm like, hey, let's grab our totes. We carry them over to the car. We put them in the back of the car. We get to the park. The girls carry those. I grab the rest of the stuff. And then we can sit outside, and they've got everything they need for their math and language arts, right? Like, I just think that's just so convenient. On top of that, inside of each of these little guys, they've got their each have Fisker scissors. They've got a ruler. They're old. I each got them a 24 pack of crayons. I got each of them, they love these, the color of the world, the skin tone colors. And then each of them wanted their own stapler. So I found these at Dollar Tree, and they actually work really well considering they're only $1.25, because it's no longer $1, as y'all know. So these are absolutely perfect. And like I said, I'm gonna now open these because we're gonna use these for the new school year, and each of them will get one of these, a pen and an eraser in here, so that when we're doing our math or we're doing language arts work like spelling or reading or anything like that, they each have their own board, and they're nice and clean and new, unlike ours that we have currently is literally like just, it's falling apart and it looks so rough. So we were in desperate need of a new whiteboard, but then I was like, why don't I just get each of them their own, and they'll last probably a lot longer that way. So I'm super pumped about these, but even more excited about these totes, y'all. We've already been trialing them out for the last month or so, and they have worked so well for organization, less scrambling to find things. It's just making things more efficient in our home. And I'll share more about this when I'm gonna do a video on our new homeschool space, since we moved from our upstairs loft area to downstairs into our kitchen, our dining area. So we're in a much smaller space, so we need to be more efficient with our space, but it's been a much better move coming down there. So these have been a really amazing addition to make that happen. Okay, last but not least, before I get into the books, I wanted to share with you the notebooks I got the girls. I think I shared both of these in another previous video. I just can't remember which one. These are going to be for narration and or copy work for anything that isn't like out of the McGuffey readers, right? Like it's going to be history if we do copy work from that, or a literature read we're doing for history, things like that. So for my youngest daughter, since she's going to be going into first grade and she still needs that wider rule, she's working on her writing, but also because she likes to draw pictures sometimes, I got her this 2-pack of the primary journal where it has the half drawing, half writing portion. So this, she'll use one for this year, and then she'll be able to use one for second grade. And then I'll upgrade her to one of these that I got for my oldest daughter. So it's a pack of 6 spiral notebooks. I got them off Amazon, and these are the wide rule. My oldest daughter does a lot better with these smaller lines. She just can't write big anymore because she's like, I can actually write now, so she wants to write smaller because her penmanship is very good. So I'm letting her move over to this. I think the reason I have the red out is because that's what she told me she wanted to use for next year. So we're going with red, but I have 6 of them in here, so this will last us the next couple of years. So that's good from a budgeting perspective. Okay, next, let's go over the books I got. So I printed out some of these, and some of these I bought like the physical copy. So first off, I'll share this with you because you guys already saw it when I pulled out my magnifying paperweight. I decided to get the McGuffey Eclectic Spelling Book. Now I say get. I did print this off the public domain and bound it myself. The hard copy cover, which I would love to have, the hardcover book. The one I don't know why I couldn't find it very cheap. It was like $30 or something. I remember when I was looking. It might have been a fluke. I don't know, but I was like, I'll just print it. I've got a good printer. They do have this, though, if you don't want to print it for free, they do have the paperback cover version of this for like, I think $7 on Amazon. I'll link it down below. But for my oldest, and then eventually my youngest, we might start it this year, we might wait till next year, I don't know. I'm gonna see how her spelling goes. But we are going to be using this for direct spelling instruction, along with some things that we got from the Land of Kakiak Etsy shop. I went ahead and got the level 2 spelling book. So Laurel over at Land of Kakiak has 2 versions of this spelling notebook, and she has them, I think, from level 1 to level 5 or 6. I cannot remember. But I got this version, which allows you to use this book and pick your own words to put into each lesson. So here I've written out the first 10 lessons. I picked the words from this book. I'm not going to go into depth about this because I am going to do a video about our language arts stack for my 3rd grader, how we're going to be doing that next year, what's all included, and just basically what does that look like on a weekly schedule, because I had a few requests for that from my last video, and I think that probably would be helpful to share this, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I saw these in her Etsy shop, but I was like, I had no idea how to implement it until I started following her channel and I saw how she did it. I was like, that is so helpful. So I can tell why you guys would ask about that. So I'm going to share with you guys how we are going to do this alongside all the other language arts pieces for her. But so I decided to get the blank one because, you know, I need to be able to do my own thing. Even though this is going to be a teensy bit more work on my part, filling in the words and stuff and picking them out, that's fine. But if you don't want to do that, she has another version of this, which I'll link down below, where the words are already filled in. The cover's a little different. It has like a little apple on it. And you can either get the PDF version like I did, and then you can print off as many copies as you want, or she does sell a bound physical format of this book on Amazon. So I'll also link that down below for you guys if you don't want to go through the printing process, because I mean, it's a lot. This is only the first third of the spelling program, and you can see how thick it is. So I don't blame you if you don't want to print it, but I don't know, I just like printing things, guys. It's like an obsession at this point. So a few other things that I got from her shop, only 2 more. I went ahead and bought her language arts bookmarks. So these are great because you can use these to kind of create a whole language arts program out of your McGuffey reader, or there's a bunch of other readers out there. There's something, the Treadwell reader. There's a few readers out there. It doesn't have to be the McGuffey reader. Or you could just do this when you're reading any kind of literature book, right? Let's say you're reading Charlotte's Web. If you stick this and use it as the bookmark, you can ask your kiddo, hey, why was this, find a plural S. Why was that word capitalized? Find a verb. Like, it's just a reminder of how you can create any lesson into a language arts lesson. And I like these because she has different colors for different levels. So blue is like your starting off language arts learner, like your early elementary student into like 3rd or 4th grade. Then she has additional ones, which I haven't cut these out yet because they don't make sense for my kiddos, what we're learning yet. Maybe I should actually. Well, I don't know. We're not there yet. But so she continues it on. So it grows with the kiddo. There's red, there's green, there's gray. She explains it all on our website. So, I mean, this goes up into, here, editing marks. Like, these are really awesome. Like, I just kind of like these just to have them for me, as the teacher. So I'm glad I got these. They're super well priced. And then the other thing I got is, this is, I think, $1 printable, but I laminated it. It's called Read and Roll. It's a game, how to play, and it's just to help with reading. And the great part about this is that my kiddos, even though they're on different reading levels, they can play this game together because all they need to do is have a stack of their words that they're learning. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to have the same set of words or be on the same reading level. So multiple kids on different reading levels can play this together, which I think that is kind of sometimes the challenge that we run into as homeschoolers. Like, hey, my kids are not at the same level on stuff, so I can't really play a lot of these games together. You don't have that problem with this. So go check her shop out. This is gonna be something fun we do maybe on Fridays for the girls to kind of let off some steam. Okay, next up, I wanted to share a few other language arts pieces for you for my third grader that I went ahead and got. So if you saw my previous videos, you guys know that we're doing writing and rhetoric this year, book 1 and book 2 for my youngest daughter, or excuse me, my oldest daughter who's going into third grade. I did not get book 2 yet because even though we did the free sample and it went really, really well, I've learned my lesson. We're gonna buy the first one. We're gonna see how that goes. It's 14 weeks worth of the program. And then the other one I think is an additional 10 weeks. So as long as this is still going great by like week 12, I'll go ahead and get book 2 and get it sent to us and have it in time to start the next book through the second half of the year. This is a really good writing program. I'm really excited about it. I'll share more about that in my next video where I talk about our language arts stack for my third grader. The next one is grammar. We are going to be doing first language lessons level 2. Got this off Amazon. It is a really awesome, classically gentle approach to grammar. We did level 1 this year. My daughter loved it. She really loves the poetry memorization in it. There's even picture narration, regular narration. It's all about grammar. It's awesome. And then the next couple of things that we got are from the Critical Thinking Company. And these products you can get either PDF or you could get them physically bound. I got the PDF version because I love printing things, as I said. So also I have 2 kids, so it just kind of makes economical sense for me to buy it once and print it twice. I went ahead and got Word Roots Beginning. And this is a vocabulary program that is kind of a little bit Latin based. It's rooted in the root words, so Latin meaning of words, prefix, suffix, base word. There's a lot of basically Latin principles that are used in here, so I kind of find it to be a little bit classical in nature. And I thought this would be a really great program for us to I just want my kiddo, I loved prefix and suffixes. As much as I did not like English, I loved this kind of stuff. And we printed off the sample and my daughter thought it was going to be so much fun. She's like, this is awesome. And again, I'll talk about this a little bit in that next language arts video that I do. But we are actually going to put this on hold till 4th grade. And the reason being is that one, I didn't realize it until I got the full book, but this really goes into some grammar, Latin based too. But more importantly, we didn't know until we started doing this 3 weeks ago. This notebook incorporates vocabulary heavily into the spelling portion of this in like a fun way, in a good way. Emery loves it. We've been doing a lot of dictionary skill work and she's been drawing her vocabulary definitions for some of these. Here, I'll show you an example. Like here, any words that she doesn't necessarily know the exact meaning of, we look up in the dictionary. She says as if it's a noun, adjective, verb, and then she draws the definition. We're doing a lot of vocabulary work in spelling. So I was like, that might be a little overkill for 3rd grade. So we're gonna hold off. I still wanna do this program. I think this is a really solid program. So I wanna do it in 4th grade. We're just gonna give her a little bit more time to do a little bit more of a gentle approach to vocabulary, and then we'll come in with, a more direct, worksheet focus type vocabulary program. All right, and the last 3 things I wanted to share with you are just books for school. So the first one was the last spine that we needed for my oldest daughter's biology course that she's gonna be doing next year through Elemental Science. It's biology for the grammar years. We were just missing 1 spine I needed to get, and it was my first encyclopedia of animals. And this is a Kingfisher book, which I've never seen inside of one of the Kingfishers. And I've heard about them, but they seem really nice. Like they've got great pictures, good amount of words. So I like it. It's a little bit of a mixture of drawings and real photos. So I think that'll be really good. They're really pretty. So we'll be using that for biology. Next, I got this. It's called Buffalo Bird Girl. I'm going to be honest with you. I found out about this book through somebody's blog who does Charlotte and Mason, and I cannot remember the blog. I'm going to try and find it. If I can, I will link it down below for you because I do want to give her credit. But it is based, from my understanding, on a real girl, Native American, born in 1830s. And I liked the idea of this book because we are going to be reading Buffalo Bill's, Dolores Buffalo Bill biography. And I kind of thought this would be a nice compliment from the other side, basically. of that time period. So I thought this would be kind of a nice like additional biography to throw in that week or two that we're reading those. So we're gonna read this alongside or back to Buffalo Bill as an additional biography for our history. Okay, last but not least, I am not 100% sure I'm going to include this book this year. I think I might hold off until next year, but I wanted to share it with you because I just think it's beautiful. Ashley over at Crazy Brave Homeschool actually was the one who told me about it. And I'm contemplating not using it this year just because, again, simplifying, don't want to overload ourselves. If I do include it, it'll be during morning time, but I'm going to hold off. I'm going to do like our first week of school, see how that goes. And then if it goes well, then maybe if we have the time, I'll add it in. But if not, we're going to wait till the following year. And this is Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales, and it's an illustrated version. And it has, I'm going to get the contents for you so you can see what's in here. It has these stories. You can pause it if you need to. And it is beautifully illustrated. Now, these are fairy tales. They can be dark. But we just went through the Blue Fairy book, so I feel like we could handle it. But the reason I might also hold off, not just to give ourselves a breather this year, I might hold off and wait because we're going to be doing Build Your Library Level 2 alongside Story of the World Volume 2 the following year. And they have a book that they use for fairy tales. And what I might do is just replace that with this. And then they also have medieval tales that we'll be reading because it's the Middle Ages that we'll be studying. So I feel like this would be a good replacement for that book. But again, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I'll keep you guys posted, once we make a decision on if we're going to use it this year or not. But it's a really nice quality book, beautiful illustrations, and the writing, I mean, it's not over the top. It's good for a younger learner. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, guys, that's it. I actually feel like I didn't go crazy. I feel like every year when I'm doing my back to school shopping, it's becoming more intentional, the things that I need. And to be fair, some of this stuff was like curriculum and stuff, so I don't know if I should have considered it or included it into a back to school shopping thing that's normally like markers and things like that. But I didn't know where else to include it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. So I included it in this video. But as you can see, it's more like just things that need replacing, like colored pencils. We finally need a new whiteboard. We will always be getting construction paper, I feel like, for now until infinity. So, but like when I say more intentional, it's things that we really need, like the magnifying paperweight or like really nice binoculars for nature. So, I don't know, I'm sure I'll keep doing these videos every year, but it just might not be like your normal things. It might be more oddball, off the wall stuff like this. But I also kind of love when I watch other people's videos and they have that kind of stuff in there, because that's where I'm like, that's what I've been needing. Like, it gives me really good inspiration and ideas of stuff that we might need for our homeschool to make it better or more efficient. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions about anything I talked about in this video, you know what to do. Leave it down in the comments. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and I'll keep making more content like this for you guys. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.